¿Qué pasa, pequeños? Nuestro punto de Sierra, porque estamos en un nuevo directito de The Witcher 3 Wellham, ¿vale? El capítulo anterior lo dejamos cuando estuvimos con nuestro amigo, no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba, el otro brujo, y estuvimos haciendo varias cosas, como conocer algunos monstruos y todo eso. Y tengo que ir aquí, ¿vale? Porque ya soy nivel 24 y ya puedo conseguir las armas, podríamos decir, a unos armeros, que es para hacerme armadura, porque ya tengo al elfo que me hace las armas, y el otro creo que me da las armaduras, ¿sabes? De potente, podríamos decir, para vender. Aquí estoy liado, tío, acabo de llegar al nivel 24 también. Y digo, vamos a hacerlo esto en directo. Y ya está, ¿sabes? No hay mucho que pensar. Voy a beber agua. Vale, perfecto. Voy a... Joder, he comido en plan unas patatas con el bacon, tío, y saben a la mierda eso. Qué puto asco. La isla de Esquérica. ¿Es esto o qué, tío? Este era un troll. A ver, un troll. Bestiario es importante. Bestiario. Vampiros. Diablillos. Troll. Troll es muy buen aceite de ogroides. ¿Tengo ogroides, tío? Creo que sí, ¿no? Ogroide. Ahorcado, espectro, vampiro, relicito, dracónico, híbrido, para bestias, insectos. No tengo para ogros, tío. A ver, bestias, me falta. Uf, el de oso, esta mierda. ¿Qué me queda? Nigredo, what the fuck.
Ugly bastard.
Ven, que te vas a tomar.
Good.
Si es que tengo como aceite en el arma, es porque antes estamos matando a un vampiro. Y tengo aceite para vampiros.
Must be that legendary forge. Need to look around for tools.
Sacar las herramientas. Oh, he visto más de un arma. ¿Cuál es? Espada de plata, loco. Creo que sí tengo armas, tengo muchísima mierda. Esto lo voy a tirar. Esto también. 3 putas antorchas. Vámonos. Esto vale 24. Esto lo voy a vender. Este falta un arreglo, ¿no? Algo así era. Esta espadita. Y la de acero nada.
Blacksmithing tools. But ornamented. Gotta be the ones Joanna mentioned.
Bien, por fin. Pero te vamos a señalar algo más, ¿no? Por si hay. Hay que matar de aquí. Nada más, ¿no? Vale. Una cabra. What the fuck. Ah, por bueno. Guay. Por ahí nada, no. No, tío, no puede ser. ¿En serio? Ay, ese sitio, tío, ese sitio. Me acuerdo aquella vez. Nada, ya lo sabes más adelante. Tengo que irme a verlo. Yes. Y al pecho del cuervo, ¿no? Y pecha del cuero.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the
Estaba haciendo
ugliest
cosas,
man
la verdad.
alive in
La
the
armadura
victim of a
del
curse,
gato
was the key
del
to
lobo
finding
no
the young
está muy
woman.
cuidado.
Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Ay, Morhen, de mujeres para Kaer Morhen, tío. Vamos, me encanta Kaer Morhen. El bestiario contiene información sobre los puntos fuertes y débiles de cada monstruo, eso es verdad. Sándwich de pollo, de atún, vegetal de atún, vegetal de pollo. Bueno, voy a vender todas las mierdas que tengo de mierda de putas espadas. Si tengo alguna espada, yo que sé, del gato o algo de eso, me lo voy a guardar para mejorarlo más adelante y todo eso. Paranoia. Entraré en la casa, guardaré las cosas que quiero, como una armadurita o algo. No voy a hacer gran cosa. Lleva las herramientas a ver. Llegó el lechero. Tengo herramienta.
Went to Undvik a while ago. Found these.
Well, goose kick me. These look like the real thing.
Because they are. Look at the markings. Authentic. How did you get them?
Wasn't easy, so I'm hoping for a good price on that armor of mine.
Harman ep Grönekan, Lieutenant General of the 2nd Mounted Army. Welcome to our humble establishment. A true honor to host one of such renown. I've heard the General's a connoisseur and collector of armor. This is true, and they call you a master of the craft. All too kind, sir, truly.
I need a suit of armor, heavy, able to withstand piercing projectiles.
Piercing projectiles? Bolts, you mean? That ain't easy. Needs a special alloy, tempering.
The new tools. We can do it. Stoke the fire, I'll ready the rest.
Bold, your worker. You allow her much.
You know how it is, General. Good help's hard to come by.
Vale.
We should go outside. There's business to discuss.
It's always the same. I've had enough.
Mi armadura.
Enough?
They treat me like I'm nobody. The menial labour. Truth is, the Nilfgaardian, the one Fergus is kissing up to, I'll have to craft his armour. Yours too, for that matter.
So what's Fergus do?
Horseshoes, nails, not much else he can do, seeing as he cocks up simple bungs. But in the end, they call him Master. No one'd ever think I could be a skilled armourer, a human and a woman to boot. A dwarven blacksmith. That's another story.
Vale. No deberíamos.
If that's the case, stand your ground. Don't let him treat you like this.
I won't. Not anymore. He can craft the Nilfgaardian's armour himself. I'll make another suit, and we'll see which one's better. I need but one thing I can't get on my own. Would you help me?
Depends what it is.
To finish the armour, I'll need to harden it, quench it in a bath. Oil's what we usually use, but I want to use acid.
Kicky Moors and Archgriffins spit acid.
Archgriffins? Draconic griffins, you mean? Baron's men came by a few days back. Said they'd seen one north of Crow's Perch. It had killed some folk out there.
Quiero hacerlo. Bien, te traeré el ácido.
Bound to be a notice posted for the Griffin anyway. Could kill 2 beasts with 1 stone. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Bring me the acid and I'll prove I'm better than Fergus. And I'll craft armour for you, lots of it. The kind no other armourer can.
Vale, consigue ácido. Vale. ¿Son misiones o qué? Grifo en tierras ardientes. Eso es el grifo, ¿no? Vamos a hacerla, tío, me interesa esta misión. Sabes que así, pues la tía supuestamente mejor herrera que él, en plan fabrica mejores armas, armaduras que él, y si es eso, luego me viene de puta madre. Y encima supuestamente es maestra negra, pues como dice que la matamos a los pájaros de un tiro, matamos a la grifo con la recompensa, y encima a los pájaros de un tiro. Voy. Vaya perro. Vale, aquí parecemos aquí, sabe más fácil. Sencillo. Ya esta parte tú no me acuerdo. Sería bandido de ese nivel, tío. Ese bien para arrastres, tío. Mira, está un poco. ¿Matamos o qué? Vamos a matarlas. Carga de cuerda, what the fuck. Permanente. Se me olvidó a vender las cosas. Bueno, da igual, cuando llegue se las vuelvo a vender, ¿sabes? Estos caballos, a ver qué hacen. Pero bueno, eran sacadores y todo eso. Puño de frambuesa. ¿No? Tengo mucho. Esto no colocarán. Supongo que no, vamos.
A hand. That's it. March Griffins had a veritable feast. Archgriffin feather. Must have lost it when taking off. Hopefully its nest is nearby.
Pienso igual, verá. A ver, pues para allá. Para un grifo, este es un grifo. Archigrifo. Que viene bien para un archigrifo. Sitio para dracónicos, claro, claro, razón, eso es tonto, tío. Es tonto, tío, para dracónicos. Pescado, espectros, vampiros. Me tengo con la marina. Vale, lo mato. Tengo que meditar. Si después lo pasamos, vamos a meditar. Hasta aquí, vamos con un día, ¿sabes? De gratis. Hasta ya que estamos, miramos que hay aquí, ¿sabes? Wow. Wow. Obligado. Toma, no he perdido el peligro. A ver. Bueno, tengo miedo para sardinilla. Humanoides, desmembrar, oro, pues no interesa. Aparición. Encontrar hielos adicionales. Short, adicional. ¿Cuál es? Bueno. Gente, ¿qué pasó de él? Vale. Son muy malos, no hace ni falta. Vale. Esta gente al principio del juego más o menos y les hacías como caso o así. Hay un tío que te vendía salitre que más o menos importante para hacer las bombas y todo eso, pero el tío que ya pues, como que muy bien. Se busca en la vida. El meteorito es casi, ¿no? Llevo el ácido de glándulas a Johanna.
Not so fast, Roach.
¡Cuidado! Vamos, que hubiera sido muy top.
You're back. So
Use it carefully.
I know. It's burned many a man where I come from. Armour's ready. Now for the last touch. We'll soon see who's better, Fergus or me.
Hombre, si tiene la misma textura que el casco y la pata negra que tenía, pues me toca la polla.
It's done.
Looks very professional.
Welcome, General. Armour's all ready. Came out splendid, if I do say so myself.
Rather coarse. I trust the appearance does not reflect the quality.
General, I've also made a suit, if you please.
What is the meaning of this?
Yo no he fabricado. Mira, es que esto es verdad, tío.
General Joanna is the master artisan, not Fergus. She crafted this armor to prove it.
For God's sake, Joanna, what do you think you're doing?
Temeria remains a wild land, it seems. Insubordination of this kind is not something we Nilfgaardians allow.
If I may, General, I am Fergus's subordinate in appearance alone. It's what we agreed, as few would ever believe a woman to be a better armourer than a dwarf.
You are right. I, for one, do not think it possible. But you are confident in your abilities. Let us put them to the test. Not on dummies, in live combat.
Oh, quite a crowd.
You there, put on this armor.
I'm just here to show me yours.
Mine is not a request.
General, I crafted this armor for a man. It can't fit me properly.
Then find another to wear it.
Me la pongo yo.
Geralt, will you help?
Bueno, te ayudaré.
Fine. Hope I won't regret this.
Don your armor, both. I will await outside.
Más armadura, tú. Se me toca poner esa puta mierda, tío. Buah, qué asco. Es que no es armadura, tío. No me mola nada.
I just came here to show me yours.
Bueno, que ahora has olvidado cosas peores.
Does this look to you like armor that stops faults? Compensate the man. Now, let us see what this other suit is worth.
Tengo miedo, cara. ¿Y tú? ¿Se ha fallado?
Gonna live?
Aye, but this armor's rubbish.
Stand. I wish to see the armor.
Not even a dent.
I am not easily impressed, but I must admit you have succeeded, my dear. Where to, dwarf? You must hear this. The forge is now Miss Joanna's. She will also assume Old Nilfgaardian up.
Aye, as day.
Your pay for the armor.
Adiós, loco.
I'll be going too, methinks.
Wait. We needn't part ways, Fergus. You've been a good helper. We could go on that way. But without the lie.
We did make quite the pair.
Well then, go stoke the fire. We've got a customer. He needs armor fit for a witcher.
Tírale, loco.
You weren't certain the armor would protect you. Admit it.
¿De qué desde el
Master
principio?
craftsmanship's something I trust in, something I strive for myself. Wouldn't have asked for legendary tools from Undvik and Archgriffin Acid if you didn't know what you were doing.
Thank you for trusting me. Give us a few days and your armor will be ready.
Uy, gracias.
Come on, let me help you get out of that.
Baby. A ver si quieres tocar este pecho esculpido por el mismísimo Zeus, lo que haces es al servicio de un maestro. Ahora podrás fabricar equipos de máxima calidad. Esto es lo que yo quería. Baby. Lo mato. Voy a hacer muy top, Voy a vender muchísima mierda. No. Sí. 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 Sí.
My...
Almost there, but I need a little more time.
Right.
Vale, pues vamos a hacer así y a esta. Si que será una armadura potente, ¿sabes? Que tú digas, what the fuck, esta pedazo de armadura, tío.
Chance the vermin will stay in the castle with the boiler.
Geralt!
¿Está lista mi armadura?
My armor coming along?
Almost there.
Right, got it.
Vale. Hasta... yo qué sé. Aquí. Eso me ha pasado un día, ¿no?
Oh, it's drizzling.
Ay, perfecto. Pero que no es una mierda, si no la vendo.
Geralt!
¿Está lista mi armadura?
It's ready. I've reinforced the joints and bathed it in acid.
Thanks. How much do I...
Oh, please. I'd not be here if it weren't for you. Take it.
Thanks.
Armadura de cazador de brujas. ¿Qué nivel? Uf, al 27, tú. Me cago en la puta, iré a guardarla. Mola. ¿No la puedo probar? Yellow Cooking, abro por el chat. Hola, buenas, bro. Acabo de terminar unas cositas interesantes para hacer armaduras, podríamos decir, ¿vale? Voy a hablar con Johanna. Nada, no he hecho nada. Estaba haciendo misiones secundarias solamente. No he hecho nada. Estoy haciendo varias secundarias y ahora mismo me voy a poner con la historia. He llegado justo a tiempo. Claro, acabo de conectarme a esto. A ver. Vale. Osuna superior, mola. Me falta solamente esto. A ver. Fuck. Placa de acero oscuro. Vale. Placa de acero oscuro. Placa de acero oscuro. Artesanía. No. Esto no es desmontar tampoco. No puedo, ¿qué, tío? Necesito algo. A ver esto que me da. A ver, no. Desmontar.
Take.
Tendría que hablar con el maestro armero, creo. Vamos a hacer en otro momento. En cuanto yo no se lleve, vamos para allá. Buah, tío, ya quiero hacerme la florina mejorada y todo eso. Tengo la del grifo, una parte. Creo que el pantalón y eso es del grifo, ¿no? A ver. Coraza del grifo y sí, grifo, los dos son del grifo, claro. Está haciendo pues, misiones secundarias, limpiando varias de esto de... Porque quería subir de nivel rápido para llegar al 24 y tener a la maestra armera para que me haga armaduras buenas, potentes. Y he estado haciendo misiones de brujos, plan estas contactos de brujo, que es lo que más experiencia da, podríamos decir. Se está haciendo muchísimo y he llegado al 24.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse. So he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Kaer Morhen. Por lo de aquí, pues está el equipo normal, vale, otro. Encuentra Jennifer y ayúdala. Llegó el lechero. Me metí en mi anterior partida, tío, y dije, buah, lo que me da toda la mierda que tenía. En la anterior era nivel 30 más o menos cuando terminé el juego, pero esta vez quiero ser más nivel para poder pasármelo más fácil y todo eso, ¿sabes? Molaría. Es que directamente no me hacía casi nada de secundarias. Aquí sí estoy haciendo muchísimas secundarias. La puerta, gracias, liberada. En plan, ¿qué nivel es esta misión? 19, yo soy 24. Están un poco por encima, podríamos decir, del permitido, y eso me gusta. ¿Qué día es? Uf, en 2 días sacan ya la serie de The Witcher en Netflix, a ver cómo va el primer capítulo. Que está basada en los libros. Eso me gusta mucho, tío. Y los actores son buenos. Espérate. El cofre. tengo aquí. Esta. Ya tengo los pantalones, los guantes. Pero tengo la felina mejorada. Oh, ya la puedo. Hostia, ya me la puedo poner. Buena. Pues no la ponemos, tú, del tirón. Y guardamos la del grifo para hacer la superior. Vale. Es que creo que la hice, pero la dejé ahí guardada. Grifo. Esta tengo guardada para cuando más adelante. Felina. Tarde con un vampiro. Se le ve a medio. Sí, vamos a ver a nuestra queridísima Jennifer Vandenberg, mi best waifu. Uy, por aquí no.
God damn it, you piece of shit!
Uh-oh.
Damned crystal!
You decide to blow us up?
Geralt, I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood for jests.
What's eating you?
Let me think. That was the third crystal to explode. It's been a week, and Lambert's still not done what I've asked. Vesemir spitefully insists on repairing the wall just beneath my window and starts hammering at the crack of dawn, while Eskel seems to have gone mushroom picking, not forktail hunting.
The guys. Well, they're not exactly happy with you.
Why is that?
Because you aren't willing to say what you're planning. You're treating them like pages, not including them. Us, actually, because I feel that way too.
I shall explain everything when the time is right. First, we must finish our preparations.
¿No confías en nosotros o qué?
You got trust issues with us?
No. Actually, I fear you don't trust me. So I'd rather keep certain things secret.
Yo confío.
For the time being.
Pretty tortured logic.
It may seem that way now, but you'll understand in time.
Heard about the bed. Really prefer to sleep on the floor? Wouldn't recommend it. That stone can get awfully chilly.
Frankly, I prefer a chill to bedding littered with red hair.
So upset about Triss, you gotta take it out on the furniture?
Would you prefer I take it out some other way? Geralt, I don't want to seem like a vindictive shrew, but that very bed is where you just happened to fuck a dear friend of mine. Yes, I know, you'd lost your memory. Whatever. Let us agree that I will refrain from scolding you, while you will stop mentioning that stupid bed. Agreed?
¿Cómo me pone la hija de puta, tío?
Splendid. On to more pressing matters.
Fine. What do I do?
Firstly, help Eskel and Lambert. One was supposed to get me forktail spinal fluid, the other was to fortify the phylactery with elemental power. I've yet to see anything from either of them.
Taken care of.
Is that so? My, the initiative. That leaves one other trifle to resolve. As you saw, my megascope's acting up, in rather spectacular fashion. I'm certain there's an energy source nearby, generating disturbances, making the crystals malfunction. We must find it and neutralize it. Quickly, I must contact someone. It's urgent.
¿Con quién planeas contactar?
Who you plan to contact? Or is that a secret too?
No secret at all. Ida Emian. Remember her?
How could I forget? Member of the Lodge, Elven Sage.
Exactly, a sage. As the name suggests, she should know a great deal. I'd like to ask her for advice about Uma. Satisfied?
Sí,
Your
tío.
sorceress friends,
Tengo ese
the
problema.
sage and not so sage. They've let me down before. But if we gotta, we gotta.
If only you'd been this cautious with all of them. But no matter. Thank you for your permission.
All right. How do I find the source?
Use this Potestaquizator.
Potestaquizator? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple. Grasp it firmly, move it around, and the louder it squeals, the closer you are. Spare me your juvenile wit, please. Well, what are you waiting for? Ah, one more thing. Thank you, Geralt.
Ay, ahí está. Sí, en verdad es buena, en verdad es muy buena gente. Lo que pasa es que le cuesta, como dice Geralt, que saca las uñas en cualquier momento. A ver, bro, es que sabes que me va un poco lo duro, entonces tengo ese problemilla, tío. No lo sé, tío. Porque la actriz, tío, nos lavó el cerebro, ¿sabes? Nos comió la puta cabeza, nos borró la memoria y nos jodió. Jodió nuestra relación con Jennifer. Pero ya no, eso cuenta el origen. Creo que sé cuál es el origen. Creo que supongo que será Uma, porque al tener la maldición... Estaría...
So, Jennifer found a volunteer to walk around with that chirping stick after all.
Es que, ¿qué hago ahora, tío? Cuenta el origen de las alteraciones mágicas con el aparato este del chino.
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Hold this. No reaction to dimeridium.
Supongo que es aquí, tío. ¿Me he encontrado a él?
I met with Emir.
Any crowned heads you haven't met?
A few. Hoping it's...
Remember the first war with Nilfgaard? Battle of Sodden? The North, all of it, fought together. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, Edirn, and the mages were heroes. On the field first, then in ballads. Not much left of that world.
Normal, Geralt, con más años con bosque.
See you later, Vesemir. Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Es que es él, pero encuentra el origen de las alteraciones mágicas.
Now look here. Pupils functioning normally.
Jennifer.
Warmer. Warmer. Hot.
¿Pero qué pasa?
Pulse weak, but regular.
Está bien, porque lo sé, Geralt, que lo soy, hijo mío.
Warmer. Hot.
Usar.
Mounted witchering just never took off.
Look, like that. Pretty, isn't it?
Te voy a buscar un momentito. A ver. Es que me estoy poniendo... Sé que es aquí.
Like a flake of silver.
A ver. ¿Cómo se...?
Pulse weak, but regular. Look at the fire. here. Pupils functioning normally. Pulse weak, but regular.
Can we talk? You think Universal? So long. Aha. Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot. Mounted witchering just never took off.
Ah, ¿qué es aquí?
No reaction to diamond.
Ah, there you are.
Yo estoy rayado con el humo, tío, de los cojones.
Disturbance is coming from there. What's in these crates?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert made them.
No wonder the megascope doesn't work. All right, gotta get him out of here.
I can do that. Rather you not make a mess of my shelves. Just keep an eye on Uma.
Yes, Uncle Vesemir. How goes it? Vesemir's not working you too hard, I hope. Thought so.
All done.
¿Qué sonidito?
You can go.
Pi, pi.
Now, let's check your conditioned reflexes.
La Jennifer que has acabado con el origen de las alteraciones neurológicas. Vale, perfecto. Creo que hay una cosa que no sé, no la hice, pero te puedes montar un trío con Jennifer y el Trishka, pero no me acuerdo, no se me han dicho, algo así, o que te dejaban, en plan, yo hubiese montado un trío y te atan a la cama y te dejan ahí, algo así, cosas de esas. Cosas de The Witcher.
Thank you. Seems to be working now. What was it?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert left them by the beds.
I suppose he had no idea they could interfere with my megascope?
You know, Lambert's not exactly an expert on megascopes, so...
Please. Lambert is mean, not stupid. Enough. Ready for this conversation?
Sure you want me here? Members of the Lodge don't let just anyone in on their secrets, or so I've heard.
Consider it a token of our trust. Now let's begin. And Geralt, behave, please.
Didn't you just say you trust me?
Stop twisting my words.
Star Wars, tío, ¿qué
Headmill
ha pasado?
Yennefer at Vengerberg. Gwynblade.
Kedmill and Severn.
Why have you summoned me?
We've come up against a curse. One we must lift. It was uttered in a dialect of Elder speech unfamiliar to me.
I see. The words of the curse?
Vafel Elen, Kedmil Foli. Gledev Don Eptenid, Bondro Isne Iacus.
Recognize the dialect?
Lathan Undod.
Meaning?
The so-called One speech, a forgotten language dating from before the migration.
The migration?
Later, Geralt.
¿Lo has oído antes?
Take it you've heard the words before.
Yes, in legends. Of the kind that do not end happily.
Can you help us with the curse?
To a degree. Agnes de Glanville's incantation, combined with Elder's triangle, inverted, of course. They are your only possible recourse. But I cannot guarantee that even they will suffice.
Thank you, Ensavern. Va fail.
That does not conclude our conversation.
¿Cuál es el problema?
What is it?
The time of the white frost and white light is nigh.
And the world will perish amidst ice. I know Ithleen's prophecy.
I don't doubt you know it. But do you understand it? The Elder Blood can initiate the final age, the time of the end. Or stop it. Remember this, Gwynblade. For you will be the one to determine if the seed bursts into flames.
¿Lo has comprendido?
Any idea what she was talking about?
Ciri, of course.
Wish everyone would just leave her the hell alone.
Wouldn't count on it.
What was that about? The migration?
Good gods. Did they teach you no history here?
No. Vesemir figured sword work would be more useful on the path. Gonna answer me?
Naturally. One's never too old to learn. The Ensei and the NN elves were once one folk, the En Undod. Then came a cataclysm. No one knows its nature. The En Undod were forced to leave their world. They split along the way.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod...
Then it's old. Very, very old.
¿Y ahora qué?
All in all, interesting
¿Qué
conversation.
pasa a la cámara? Me está poniendo muy nervioso.
All is ready. We should gather the others and begin.
Anda.
Listen, everyone. All is in place. We may begin. Lambert, prepare the apparatuses. Eskel, go.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the orders around here, not you.
I believe we made an agreement to seek to cure Uma my way.
I said we would help you, that's it. I don't know what you want to do with them, you haven't deigned to inform us. But it's not safe, is it? Just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another, less invasive method.
¿Cuál es el otro método?
What's this method?
Derives from folk traditions. I've used it many times. In 1211, to lift the curse that held the Swan of Povis, for instance. I'll take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this
Esta parte
to you.
yo nunca la hice.
In my opinion.
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying what will happen. I'll be back at dawn, with Uma, or whoever hides inside.
Quiero ir con él, quiero verlo.
Vesemir's gotten a bit grumpy in his old age.
That was nothing. Should have been here last winter when Lambert tried to convince him we ought to abandon Kaer Morhen for good.
What good's this old ruin anyway? Moldy walls, leaky roof, and it's one big fucking ice cube in the winter.
Vesemir didn't say a word. Stood, grabbed his sword, and slammed the door on his way out. Didn't come back for a month.
¿Y ahora qué?
So, got the evening off. What do we do with it?
¿Bebemos?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing. Maybe we could see to that. Or we could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than the beams.
Wouldn't mind a shot myself, or two.
Nothing I can do. Been outvoted. Let's go.
Vamos,
Do as you
vamos.
will. But in a moment, Geralt and I must talk.
Ooh, sounds serious. Come on, Lambert. See you in a bit, Geralt.
¿Ocurre algo?
Something not quite right?
No, nothing. I just wanted to take you aside, without cluing the others into what we're up to.
Mm-hmm. And what are we up to?
Sneaking upstairs to make love.
Wow. You don't exactly mince words.
I'm too old to play the blushing bride. Unless you ask nicely. Shall we go? You can rejoin them afterwards. In an hour. Or two.
No, me huele muy mal esta parte. Suena muy bien. Yo
Or three.
I'll hold you to that.
No sé por qué me huele esto muy mal, tío. Me va a atar o algo, ¿no? Porque lo estoy viendo venir. Me cago en la puta. Este juego es una puta obra de arte. Bueno, que a veces no claro, que no se me miran las cosas. Por un momento. ¿Qué coño acabo de ver, tío? Esta parte no la vi jurado, esta parte no llega a verla.
Well. Lovebirds decided to join us. Enjoy yourselves?
You heard the answer to that question, Lambert. Besides, not our business. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking from a mug?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight.
¿Has visto, bro? Sí, en verdad le gusta.
Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep glum, we could do some catching up.
¿Dónde está Lambert?
What have you been up to, Lambert? Any interesting contracts before you set off in search of Carradine?
Yeah. Contract in Lan Exeter. Not to boast, but a pretty lucrative one.
Yeah. Kavir's where the gold's to be made. Know how much they pay there for a drowner?
Shush, I'm talking now. So this giant was giving him trouble. Attacking convoys, dragging folk off into the swamps.
And relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadfully slippery. You've built enough suspense. Get to the point.
Fine. Turned out it wasn't a giant. Just a fat forest troll. And a group of bandits were ambushing the convoys.
What did you do?
Killed the bandits to keep the road safe. Then I killed the troll. Needed its head to collect the bounty.
Pragmático. Podría preparar el troll, no había hecho
Could have
nada.
spared the troll.
To eat roots and sleep in roadside ditches? I needed the coin. And not a soul mourned that troll's passing.
Let's raise a mug to his memory. The least we can do.
Es que confesa.
Eskel, that catacan we cut up together. Tell us how you nabbed him.
A catacan. Oh ho ho. Dangerous horse sons, those.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for young women from the upper classes.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Albert. Whereas the vampire, even I'm curious to know how you managed.
My clan threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables, to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you, never had so much success with the ladies as I did that night.
A ver, le voy a decir.
Mixing work and romance? Bad idea. Vampire could have caught you with your pants down.
Suppose so. But you look the way I do, you gotta grab every chance you can get.
Maybe you should wear a mask permanently.
And maybe you should wear a gag.
What about the vampire?
I'd made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up. Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the garden. Vampire found her and drank his fill. Fight was an afterthought.
A fairy tale on gluttony for modern times.
Alchemist come out of it all right?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part. She drank nothing but pickle juice for the next month.
Qué asco. Bueno, yo.
Eventful times for me recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies, and then I found Yen.
Yeah, we're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about Uma instead?
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. Went to Velen, Skellige, Novigrad, where Dandelion needed saving again.
He get caught plowing somebody he shouldn't have been?
Right. Speaking of old friends Novigrad and plowing, how's Triss?
Está hablando sobre Uma.
We were talking about Uma, weren't we?
The night is young. Got time to talk about everything.
Lambert. Not funny.
Fine. Conversation turned serious? Let's talk. Yen, what do you plan to do with Uma?
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after midnight.
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses, but only...
You'll fucking what?
No voy a reaccionar.
Sorry. Looking to turn him into a witcher?
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial, because...
Because you want to watch him suffer?
Stop interrupting, or I will watch you suffer. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first... How do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it, or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the mutagens produce a witcher.
Muy pocas, creo, ¿eh?
What are the chances Uma will survive?
Not great, but we've no choice.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemlock.
Might be surprised. Old man knows his stuff.
It'll be the first trial in years. Decades.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten. And that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing hordes of witches.
Hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in
Yo
apprentices.
quiero ver a
Seems we'll need to talk it
cuidando a unos
over.
niños, en plan,
Maybe
como
later.
maestro.
Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on. Geralt, mind raiding the kitchen?
Not at all.
Gentle.
Incursión.
Pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is
Lambert
late.
es un hijo de la gran puta, tío. Es un asqueroso.
Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
Es que, bro, Jennifer tiene...
Didn't listen,
Los
did he?
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Eskel got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First, some more fuel.
Ooh, now that's a kick in the liver. What is it?
The Gauntlet.
Te lo
Equal
cuento,
parts
te lo
spirit
cuento.
and white gull. What's that look about? Yen's gone to bed. Time for some serious drinking.
Damn straight. Pour us another. Bottoms up.
Vamos, Toflex, vamos a acabar. Buah, loco. ¿Cuántas botellas han bebido tú? Los putos alcohólicos de mierda. Es verdad, los brujos, al beber tantas pociones chungas de esas que te pueden matar. Entonces ese es salvo mil.
So, what's this about a Samavilla?
Snared this peasant in her dance. Instead of being happy, he escaped with his life. Yoko fell head over heels in love. Wanted me to trap her. Turned him down. So he tried it on his own with a fishing net. Bet you they're still dancing a mazurka in some fallow field.
Great story. With a moral, too.
Really? What's that?
Stay away from dangerous women.
Will you ever lay off Yan?
Yeah, soon as I trust her.
You brave a fire for her, whereas she plays you like a cheap fiddle. Way it's always been.
Listen to you two goddamn relationship experts. Neither of you's been with a sorceress.
Ooh. For good reason.
Fine, leave pretty boy alone before he gets grumpy. Already has that pouty look on his face. I can't stand it. Drink up, girl. To you and Yen. Happily ever after. Colder and up an ice giant's ass in here. Gentlemen, I shall return.
Tengo que drenar el dragón. Que va a mear, supongo, ¿no? Para mí no hace frío acá adentro, tío.
Gotta say, I'm pretty warm.
He's always been a wuss about the cold. Remember winter 15 years ago? When the snow stayed around until Bellatane?
Mm-hmm. Lambert sat by the fire, wrapped in a blanket. Cussed copiously every time it started to snow.
Hello, youngins. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, my good men, is a witcher's worst enemy.
Where did you dig up that bonnet?
Vesemir's trunk. The height of fashion in 1112. Old man probably put it on when he went courting, or in the jargon of the time, wooing the damsels. Men, a witcher's life is not all cards and liquor. It is toil. It is labor. No gurgling babes to wean for us. Nay, not for us.
All right. One Vesemir's enough. Take that off before you get it dirty. And pour.
Oh, I'll pour, Esco. I'll pour. To the brim. Because without vodka, you're as stiff as a bookkeeper in a body gaff.
Divirtámonos un poco.
Come on, let's have some fun.
Are we boring you?
No, it's just kinda...
Slow. Pretty boy's right. Listen, there's this game. Student from Oxenford taught me.
Hmm?
Someone starts by saying,
Yo nunca.
I've never, and finishing the sentence however they want. Who's ever done that thing downs a shot.
Yo juego.
Then it's the next guy's turn.
Sounds great. You start.
I've never slept with a succubus.
What?
How about that? Eskel. Still waters run deep.
I'm a sucker for women with horns. Right, my turn. I've never, after a bender, woken up wearing nothing but my knickers. Geralt? Lambert's a lost cause, but you? What would Papa Vesemir say?
Think Papa Vesemir would have drank that round too.
All right, Geralt, your turn. I've never...
Joder, esto es muy de guerra, ¿eh? Esto es muy de guerra.
Jumped out a lover's window.
That's so. Must have been one tough character whose wife you were plowing.
That wasn't it. He was a friend. Didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah. You're a true friend.
Right, men. Let's end on that. Or else I'll never be able to look you in the eyes again.
Vodka. Vodka's gone. Who's gonna go get some more?
Already went to get food.
All right, I'll do it. Kitchen. It's that way, right?
No sabe ni dónde están de pie. Hombre, me cae bien.
Lambert, bud, gotta tell you something.
Yeah?
Sometimes you're a real jackass, but I love you, brother.
And sometimes you're a real blowhard. Damn it, I'd go to hell and back for you. Come here, you oaf. Damn. Broke.
Good thing it was empty. Huh? Where's Esco?
Este juego es la polla, hermano, cada vez es el problema.
We ought to look around.
This is a job for Vesemir.
Marianne, take that head off.
Where's that whippersnapper? We lost him. He could be beleaguered. Come, men, to the rescue.
Tío, se me va el personaje para el lado, tío. Mira, estoy andando y se va para el lado. Encuentra a Esk.
Spilled some wine and crawled through it.
Had to kneel down to see that.
If I'd have bent over, I'd have puked.
Mato flex el colega.
Esco, chop, chop.
Esco, you drunk! Get out here! Esco! Esco!
Esco!
Madre mía, cómo van.
Hey, hear that?
Sounded like panting of a wounded wyvern. I think he hurt himself.
What's one scar more or less in his case? Makes no...
Aha. Esco's close.
Hang in there, brother. We're coming. Esco, you drunk! Get out!
Sacao el frito. Sacao croqui.
Hey, look. There he is.
With his ever faithful little bleeder. Hello, Esco. Wake up.
What happened?
Got sloshed, stewed, and 57 other varieties of drunk. That's what happened. Get up. Time to have a drink.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna puke. Three of us get together, always ends like this.
Let's find a fourth. Better. A woman.
Nothing here but Yen. Oh, we don't want to wake her up, believe me.
What about that sorceress you talked to? Think about it. We turn on the megascope, cordially invite her, she teleports here. We bring some friends. How's that sound?
Lambert, believe you've had your last drink.
You're just jealous you didn't think of it first, but is that any reason to spoil it for us?
I don't have the strength to argue.
Of course you don't, cream puff. Bet I could take you with one finger.
Hey, relax, Lambert.
Wanna fight? Huh? Wanna? Come on.
Good night.
¿Qué hago con el sombrero, tío? Con el sombrero del otro. Es que yo no quiero ir a molestar a las pobres brujas esas que tienen muy mala hostia, las hijas de puta. A las mañanas sí. ¿Y la cama? Bueno, cama. Trozo de madera ese.
Damn. What a dream.
Subí para allá en calzoncillos, tú, no me cuentes mi historia. Pobre Uma va a sufrir, tío, me hace mucha gracia.
See everyone's up and at 'em.
And reeking of booze. That hat was a memento, Lambert.
Relax, old man. It'll come out in the wash.
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
¿Vesemir se ha averiguado algo?
Vesemir, learn anything?
While you were out hunting forktails and playing with a megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. A sigh or a moan. And it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes. Don't like it one bit. But I suppose I have to trust you.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people are.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
Right. So what now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we...
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And disinfect the tools. Well, chop chop.
Gracias por dejarme pasar, hija mía.
Performed a series of complex calculations. Extrapolated some data. Ran simulations.
¿Me vas a dejar o qué, tío? La pueden hacer, pero no jugarse, ¿sabes? Porque si no nos quedamos sin nada de eso. Pues puedo.
Potions ready.
tools too.
Good. Vesemir?
Hookweed extract to deaden the pain. I know. Done this before.
Eskel, make the incisions in his veins. Insert the tubes. Geralt, place the potion vials in the feeders.
Ready.
Open the valves. It doesn't matter in which order.
Lágrima de madre. Madre mía.
The hookweed work?
If it hadn't, the pain would have sent him into shock, killed him.
So, everything's going smoothly?
No, but it's within known norms.
Administer the next potion.
¡Pay! Toda la cabeza, tío. Puede ser muy útil, ¿no?
I'd hoped I would never have to watch this again.
Why'd you keep the table then?
Geralt, next potion.
Y le sangran los ojos, la nariz, le sangra todo.
Finn.
What now?
Now we wait for the potions to do their work. Might take a day, might take more.
You need only wait. True. but I must maintain the stabilizing spell. Uma's body is not nearly as resilient as a young candidate witch's. Without this, he... Eskel, I'm sorry. Would you mind?
Getting some rags? On it.
¿Pero no has vomitado las pociones o qué?
I can't believe we're doing this.
Wiping vomit off the floor?
No. A trial. If that's Syrian there, she could come out of this crippled, wrong in the head, just emotionless. Thought about that?
Ya sabe lo que se hace.
I trust Yen. She knows what she's doing.
Don't doubt that. But do we know what she's doing? She tell you how likely this is to work?
Gentlemen, the floor's as clean as it'll ever be, and I need to be wiped down as well. No offense, but I'd rather Geralt did it.
Understood. I'd prefer that too.
Hombre.
That normal?
Yes. Uma's body is disintegrating from the inside. Once that's complete, we'll need to reform it, or he'll die. You witches were given mutagens. We will use spells.
No es lo mismo, pero mutágeno azul, mutágeno verde, lo típico.
Hey, Yen, you're dozing off.
No, I'm just arresting my eyes.
Yeah, it's called sleeping.
Then do something to keep me awake.
Pinching's apparently effective.
Later, perhaps. For now, talk to me. Tell me a story.
Heard about the time Ciri and I went ice skating?
No, not that I recall.
The winter she trained here. A couple months in, she started complaining I was too harsh a teacher. Brushed it off at first. Then she asked me to go skating with her. Didn't really want to. I'd never been before. But she insisted. As soon as we hit the ice, she started skating circles around me, hollering, "No, not like that. Footwork. One, then the other. Crossover. No, wrong. Break with the heel of your skate, not the toes." Needless to say, from then on...
He's awake. It's time. Time to lift the curse. Prepare the
Para la
phylactery.
filacteria. Me encantan los ojos de Geralt, tío, me parece muy espectacular.
Never severe.
¿Cuál es?
Nevid. Severe. Kowal. Arriva.
Arriba.
Endir.
No, no pasa nada, tranquilo.
No. No, I won't let you.
Toma, toma.
Geralt. Yellow flask. In my satchel.
Quiet. Listen.
Kowal. Kowal. Kaniatad.
Nevid severe. Kowal. Kaniatad. Nevid. Arriva. Endir. Geralt. The phylactery. Open it. Canitad. Taran Anadir. Jeez.
Coño, es como esto del sapo y el otro.
You know him? Yes. An elf.
It's not... She's not safe. The hunt.
Quiere decir que quiere de ella la cacería.
The hunt. What's it want from Ciri?
Her blood. Elder blood. To open the gate. We cannot allow this.
Isle of Mists. Where is it?
Everywhere. And nowhere.
Listen, Sage. We didn't lift that curse to play riddles with you.
Yvain. Arwen. Siran.
In Skellige. Follow it into the mists. Hurry. Hurry. I tried to protect her. But the curse... The hunt has not found the Isle as yet. It is a matter of time.
Después de encontrarla siguen los chinos.
Enough, Geralt. He's not yet free of death's grip.
¿Los recuperarán?
Is he gonna make it?
I can't... No. You saw? Not all went as planned. I lifted the curse, but...
The trial has wrought havoc in his body. Violently twitching fingers, pupils that don't react to the light. Seen it many times before, too many.
Toxins have permanently damaged his nervous system. Even if he does pull through... Do you understand?
En busca de serio.
I'm going to get Ciri.
Hold up. Don't you think you owe us some answers? How do you know this Avila? What's Ciri been doing with him?
Yennefer can tell you. Just keep an eye on him. He's not a friend.
Perhaps not, but Ciri apparently trusted him. We should at least take his words seriously. You heard what he said. Take Ciri from that isle of mists,
no
and
era...
Hunt will pick up her trail immediately.
¿La cacería?
What then?
Si no recuerdo mal. ¿Qué sugiere?
What's your suggestion?
Ciri can't flee forever. One day she'll stumble, and she won't get a second chance. Time we, the hunted, became the hunters. Geralt will find Ciri and bring her here, and the hunt will follow. They'll expect to catch us by surprise, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
We plan to fight them. We five? In a crumbling castle?
Do we have a choice? Besides delaying the inevitable?
Pretty Boy could try to round up a few others who know how to swing a sword.
Or wield magic.
¿Qué haréis vosotros?
And you? What do you plan to do?
I've Avila to care for. He's certain to die without gentle, gradual magic treatment. There's hope if I help him. Not much, but better than naught.
The boys and I'll consider how we should greet our uninvited guests.
Fine. I'll get Ciri and recruit some allies. Bring everyone here. Got a few favors I can call in.
Any good-looking women in that batch?
Mm-hmm. Exclusively. All right. Time I was on my way.
Good luck, Wolf. And give Cirilla our love.
Come back quickly, Geralt.
Yes? Yes?
Ahora está de puta madre. A ver. Yes, de puta madre, ¿sabes? Le he pegado 250.000, yo que sé, golpes ahorita. Yes, ¿sabes? Vamos a mejorar esa máquina. La gente que nos puede ayudar son camaradas, hay Zoltan, Roach, no con Roche y Dijkstra. Y Xeris, Cracha Armiño, camaradas y Emir Van Emiris. Bueno, bro, voy dejándolo por aquí, ¿vale? Espero que os haya gustado, suscribirse si no estáis y nos vemos en el próximo